All right, new season that you just came out, bro. How you feel about it, dog? We just binged the last 5 episodes, I think.
For real. Well, I ran through the whole first I ran through the first four seasons like a motherfucker, bro. In like 2 days, 2 or 3 days, bro. But that shit caught me off guard, man.
For real.
We're dropping spoil, yeah, like it were kind of spoilers, but yeah, that shit caught me off guard. Dude's a for real psycho, bro. Well, he's a psycho all along, but you kind of root for the anti-hero. But this is something else, man.
For real. I mean, dude, I've been waiting for the show to come out, the new season. And I remember you asked me about like what shows you should watch, and I said you, and then realized that they came out with the new season. And I mean, bro, this season, it's like they got everything from the last few seasons, added more people, and they just kept building on it. Like this show never stops, bro. It's always some new shit. Like, what the hell is about to happen next?
For real.
Um, Shit. All right. Well, let's start with like just a synopsis. We'll just run down kind of what's going on right now.
All right.
You
Well,
kind of binge the
essentially,
whole thing, so you have a better understanding than me.
for real. Um, well, at least just an episode. Everyone's gonna tune in for this most recent season.
Hmm.
Um, so essentially, he moved to start a new life. But then at the same time, he kind of subtly followed a girl halfway across the world. But other than that, uh, he's trying to start a new life, and he got put into this. He went into kind of like a club type beat, so he kind of got people to talk to, and he made good friends with them. But the thing is, what ends up happening is he became like really good friends. Like I'm not talking about just friends as in like fuck around, I see you and I say hi. He's like at the crib and shit. And then
Yeah.
so anyways, long story short, people start getting killed around him and he has to find the killer, right?
Yup.
So he goes all around, spend a lot of the season trying to understand who's this killer and who's threatening him, because they know his past. Uh, and then if it comes about that he's the killer all along, bro. No one knows
Yeah.
his past really,
Yeah.
except one guy. But other than that,
Yeah.
uh,
A lot of shit happens too, because the group of friends is maybe like 8 people, and by the time Joe is done with them, it's probably split in half. The
for
bodyguard
real,
gets killed. Well, really, the way it starts is he falls in love with the new girl, kind of, because he's more focused this season. He's not just like, hey, you, I see you reading through my freaking fence. He's like, he actually meets her. She's kind of pushing him away, but he's like actually starting to feel her, and she starts to feel him. But by the time that they think, okay, we should do something about it, he's already kind of keyed in to getting this guy who he made up in his head. The guy is
he's a
real.
fictional Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, the guy is a real dude, but he has a figment of him in his head that is a more violent side of him, and I guess Joe would be the good side. So he switches his name, he becomes a professor, an English professor, and he finds a new girl, but he's still trying to kind of figure out the last one. Or it's not even trying to figure out. She's already locked up. She's pretty much KO'd. And so what he's having trouble with for the most part throughout this season is balancing finding a killer with his new love with his old love, but we don't know that until the very end. They really drag us along, making us think that Joe is a detective. Meanwhile, this whole time, Joe is being Joe. He's being himself, but he's
For real.
he's
They pulled pick and roll on us. We thought
yeah,
that there was
he's in his
someone
head.
fucking after his ass. He got a price on his head. He got a price on my head. But the thing is, he's the one that put the tag on himself, man.
Yeah,
But they don't tell you until the end.
yeah. It's like episode 8. I want to say is when I texted you. I was like, bro, they definitely like got me with this shit because I didn't expect it. I thought he really turned a coin. he got even crazier, bruh. It came out of nowhere too. Like no one could have. It it's the way they tie it in is has been done before, but I don't think you could have predicted it because they gave you no warning signs. There wasn't any really
For
cues
real, like the
until
way they
after the
created
fact.
it was like, cause like everyone has like a. There's been many other like TV shows and shit that like there's other personas and stuff.
Yeah.
That it was actually like a side of them that we didn't know about. But the way
Mhm.
these people played it, it seemed like the other ones. It wasn't the fact that it wasn't believable, but it's just you saw it coming. But the thing is, they literally designed the whole TV show that they shaped it around this guy was actually blackmailing him or like holding a price over his head. But the thing is, then they show at the end that it's all like, even though it took a real person to film it, when they show you at the end, there's nobody there. So he's talking to
Exactly.
himself because
Yeah.
he thinks like a person's holding a price over his head, but there's nobody doing that. It's
For
himself.
real. So
So
other than that twist, because that was crazy. What was like the craziest moment for you? We were just like, damn.
when I found out that so there's this girl that he followed that I said that he followed across um, all the way to Paris for, um, and he let her go on a train. Uh, but the thing is, later on, actually in the season as well, we find out that he never actually let her go. He like let her go, but then he drugged her, and then so he came back and he took her and fucking put her in the basement.
For real. For
So
those who know,
that's what really
the glass box. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. That's all I'm gonna say.
So that's what really threw me off was I thought she was gone. I thought she
Right.
was like, damn, she living her new life. I'm happy for her.
Mhm.
And then it comes out that his other persona fucking let her go on the train. So that's how she was gonna live her new life. He was like, hey, it's not safe for you here, and I'm not safe for you either. So here, go on this train, and then I'll never see you again. But then he drugged her coffee, and then she passed out. And then this is kind of a plot hole, but then all of a sudden she ends up in his apartment tied up, and then he puts her in the glass box. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah,
So
that's what really caught me off guard is
right.
I didn't know that he was fucking keeping her
Right.
the whole time.
Yeah. So the craziest part for me, there's this episode where, so not only does Joe have the alter ego of basically an author he met that he idolized, but also he started picking up the persona of everybody that he's killed. And once again, this is a spoiler review, so if you haven't seen it, I mean, you're already kind of fucked. But this part is crazy. Out of nowhere, we start seeing everybody he's killed. So first, it starts off with the people in the season. You see Gemma. Um, you see who else did he kill? Um, damn, Gemma, of course, Reese. Oh, you see the Kate's boyfriend at the beginning, and
Oh yeah.
then they start showing the people that he's killed from other seasons, specifically the people that he was in love with. So what's the
For
first girl's
real,
name? I
man.
forgot the blondie.
Beth.
Beth. Yeah, I was about to say Elizabeth. You see
Yeah.
Beth, then you see Love.
Yeah. Love, bro. That's my
Bro,
favorite one.
Love is a different beast, bro. I love Love.
Yeah.
But that's a funny sentence. But yeah, like that part when I saw Love, when I saw Beth, I was like, oh, they're about to bring out Love. When I saw Love, I was like, man, I miss Love so much. She's just a different monster, bro. She was right there with him. And so yeah, that was crazy as shit, bro. Like they started like it
Even
was like
this
a
one.
family reunion.
For real, he's staying trial. Take that motherfucking. Take that shit to motherfucking trial, yeah. Um. But what's her name? Even that other girl, because he admitted at the end of when he was in the hospital bed because he
Kate,
tried to jump off a bridge.
we talking to Kate.
He had, yeah, he admitted everything. So
Yeah,
she knows all these girls that he falls in love with too. They're kind of his not accomplice or right hand, but still they know.
They're accepting almost.
Yeah.
Like they know what's up. Yeah, the show is a little bit. What I will say, my only gripe.
Character
So
armor.
yeah, exactly. He just has too much leeway. The police are too like unsuspecting. I mean, he comes and people just start dying left and right. Like that's an automatic like
You gotta
suspect.
buy a lottery ticket, man.
For real, bro. No, he doesn't
Fucking
need it
get
now.
lucky,
He might
dog.
as well give out
For
lottery
real.
tickets, bro. He's rich
For
now. He's
real.
got like
Now
a multi-billion inheritance.
he came from the bottom, bruh.
For real, from
I'm
the
from the bottom
bookstore.
out here.
From the bookstore.
I from yeah, for real.
So,
Living in a raggedy ass apartment with the fucking abusive neighbors next door.
for real. And the fucking bookstore manager who would lock him under with books in that glass box. Yeah, bro.
For real.
I mean, there's not much else. I mean, shit. What else happened? Oh, the last part. He killed one of his students' girlfriends or boyfriend
Boyfriend.
because she was on to him, and he was the only other person he knows. So basically, he was a loose end, and then he basically framed her. He told her to put her hand out. He gave her the knife that he used, so she got the DNA, and he basically said, "Hey, like you're smart, but you just got fucked. So good luck to you." And he walks away while the cops are coming. Um, Basically, it's a psychopath with an unlimited amount of resources. I mean, he has branding,
For
he has
real.
marketing, he has the
He's like 10 steps ahead,
public
bro.
opinion. Yeah, like he
When
is
you
now
think you're right
unstoppable.
about to fucking stab him in the back, it's the wrong guy. But then
Literally.
but then you're like, nah 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 man. Like I saw him get the order the Starbucks coffee and this is the same guy wearing the same coat. But nope.
Hmm.
Right when you do it, it's a fucking different person.
For real. And I mean, he, like you said, character armor is crazy. Like when that girl was messing with, what's her name, Penny, and like the stalker was messing with Penny, and then he put the ear in that person's bag, and the cops came
For
in.
real.
Just an insane amount of like luck, and there's definitely some skill in there. He definitely knows what he's doing. He even said like if there was a class for body disposal 101, like I'd be teaching it right now. So dude's a seasoned veteran at this point. I don't know how he's gotten away with all this.
But the thing is, you think there's gonna be another season though. I don't know, man.
I do. He specifically said at the end, Nadia hasn't spoke. She has defended herself, and she also hasn't spoken in prison. And I feel like that's a direct like line of reason for the next season, as in she's gonna get him back.
Oh,
I
from
think that
within
makes
the
perfect
prison?
sense. Yeah, I think she's gonna be. I think she's cooking. Like, why would she say nothing? She has
What
all
would she
the
do?
evidence in the world. That's the thing. We have to find out, man. Like, that's what we're all asking. Well, how would she
Yeah.
do it? Well, that's what we watch next season for. If you knew how she would do it, then there's no reason to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, why do you think it's done? Since we have two different perspectives, why do you think it's finished?
Well, the thing is, they could like introduce stuff, kind of like how he lived that alternate persona. So
Hmm.
they kind of introduced that out of nowhere, so that adds a lot of like stuff to the plot. So, I mean, of course, they could add stuff with the girl, like through somehow, like because they didn't show it, they just make it up, you know. That's what I'm trying
Right.
to say.
Okay.
Uh, but I think it's done because like I mean, unless he finds like another girl, kind of like the start of season 3, right? So,
Yeah, this
and
season
then
4. Yeah,
yeah, and
season
then
3 is where he found love, I
Love
think, or
Girl, yeah,
Marianne. Yeah.
and then he sees the neighbor. So unless like I just don't see that happening again. So
Hmm.
the only thing would be that girl in prison, but I don't think there's no evidence. Um, especially since she's in jail now.
Hmm.
And then who's to say like dude is so smart that like who's to say that he didn't destroy the rest of her evidence if she did have any hiding
Oh,
somewhere?
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did, or at least put it somewhere where, like, of course, from prison, she wouldn't be able to like track a good place where it would be.
Or
But
like another
I feel
one,
like that wouldn't be
yeah.
said for no reason. Like, why throw that out there and then be like, okay, we're done. You know, it's just like it's too like baity. It's too much of a bait. What were you about to say
So,
though?
I think the only way they could like pull off another season is if like one of that girl's friends kind of look into it, like kind of like a brother or something, like her brother or something, or like someone else that we don't even know about, like knows about him, like at
It's
least.
yeah, that's true because they've hired PIs, they've hired all this, but it seems like the person who always gets to him are the people close to him. It's never like the police get that close. It's always someone in his circle. So maybe she has somebody who like we don't think about too hard who's going to be big in the next season for like an antagonist basically. Um, what I will say though is there's another thing that goes into it. I don't think I talked about this before, but I think this is another big reason why they're going to keep it on. You just got to think about revenue. Every time this show drops, since its first season, it's been first on Netflix for a good amount of time. Of course, now it's first on Netflix since the new stuff dropped, but just logistics wise, it just makes sense for them to make another season because it makes them Netflix so much money.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have Netflix for multiple shows, of course, but a lot of people just like watching shows like you, like stuff that you can only get on Netflix, Netflix originals. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's necessarily an original, but I know that Netflix is one of the only platforms who has it because it's everybody watches it on there. So I think just like in terms of how much money it makes them and the amount of retention they get from it, it just makes sense to do another season. Um, Usually shows go on until they can't go on anymore because everybody's pissed or they're tired of it.
Yeah,
So
kind of like Ozark. That shit fell off.
yeah, I gotta finish that too. Maybe we'll have a thing on that after this. But yeah, bro. I mean, that's pretty much it. What's your final rating? Final rating time.
Final rating out of 5 is that's a solid 4.
Solid four. I said out of 10, it's a 9.5. Oh yeah, why is it a four? We got to give our reasoning.
I would say just because like when you think about it, there are some holes in like the story, kind
It's not
of.
patched up.
Yeah, like it's just kind of unrealistic. I'm a realistic guy. That's why I don't like watching movies anymore. The only movies that like satisfy me are like horror movies because they're so unpredictable.
Which is crazy because those are some of the least unrealistic movies. But go ahead.
For real. But like, well, it's just like that glass box and shit. It's like how he moves it out so fast, but then like those panels I know are a bitch to move because they're at least like mm, they could stand fully erect in there, and then there's still room left. So at least 12 feet tall,
Yeah.
12 feet tall by maybe 4 feet wide.
Hmm.
So it's like ain't no way, bro.
And that glass is heavy as hell because it can sustain a human trying to run through it.
And then he had to ship that on like a fucking cargo plane across the world, dog.
Yeah, no one
Like,
asks questions. No one's like, "Hey, what's going on?" Um, my biggest thing.
we can't hear you, by the way.
Oh shit, that's awkward. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I said since before we started watching it, my biggest thing was the acting. Uh,
Oh yeah, you're big on that.
yeah, like the
And
guy
there's kind of a
who.
lot of talking, a
Yeah, but it's
little
kind of a
bit.
talker show. Like I don't mind the talking because
Yeah.
it's a talker show. Like I don't expect all action. If it was just all action, it wouldn't be as good. I like when
And
it's
there
like,
is a
oh
lot of
shit.
action, to be honest. But there
It
is a lot
really
of
is. This
talking
season
too.
probably has the most action, to be honest. Um, but yeah, the like the dude who Penny was gonna marry, bro. Like no disrespect to dude because he could probably act better than me, but It's just the fact that you're on the number one show on Netflix. Like, bro, I need you to go harder than this, bro. You're not selling me. Even Penny sometimes. I think I told you like, it feels like she's acting sad, not that she is sad. Like it feels like
Yeah.
I'm watching someone trying to be sad instead of being like, oh, this person's sad. And
It's like
so
watching a YouTube apology video, basically.
exactly, yeah. And it felt that's what a lot of the season felt like. A lot of the like personalities just felt like YouTube or TikTok influencers trying to like act like, like sell you something. I mean, the story was just so good. I could usually look past it, but there was just some times where I literally just started laughing because the acting was just so terrible. And so, yeah, I mean, that's my biggest gripe. But the story was good. I said a nine, I think. I said a 4.5 out of 5, so a nine. I would recommend to a lot of people if you're, if you're into like gore and like story. If you're definitely not into gore, don't watch this show. There's a
I
lot
would
of
definitely watch
stabbing
the whole
and all
thing
that
again.
shit. Me too.
This is
I
some
kind of
shit you
want
come
to.
back every year.
For real. I'm ready for the next season. I think they're gonna do it. There's no way that they don't. I hope they do. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think that's it. I don't want to make it too long. I don't want to run it off. But yeah, I think that's all I got. You got anything?
I'm just thinking about uh, what is it called? That one movie. It's like sadistic or some shit.
Saw?
No, no, no. It's the one with
Oh,
like the tree.
um, Sinister.
Yeah, we gotta talk about Sinister, bro. That's the. I'd say probably bro. That shit's probably damn near top, like 1, 2, or 3, dude.
All right. We don't want to talk about it too much. We'll make another video on it, bro. We'll make another video. But for
Alright,
you,
I
that
just
that
want to
shit,
leave
that's
him on
it.
a cliffhanger, dog.
All right. So Sinister video next. Did we not make a Sinister video? I thought we did. What movie was
I
that
have a
we
feeling
did?
we did too.
I think we did do Sinister. I think we did. I'll check. But yeah. All
Alright,
right.
you guys
Well,
gotta look for
yeah. Yeah. Scroll past all the wins in the 2K video and look for our Sinister. Look for our Sinister video. Oh shit. All right. Well, shit. That's it. See y'all next time. Like, subscribe, all the
it.
good
Yeah.
shit. Peace.